I recently bought my first big boat, a Catalina 30 sailboat that I'm planning to live on. This is the story of how that's all going down. We had another Indigo weekend last weekend. Had a lot of friends over to come and see the boat and check it out and help us clean it and get it working better. We're still in the marina, but hoping to move the boat to St. George's as soon as we can. Oh man, but the day started with some difficulty because the end-to-end was on in Bermuda. The end-to-end is like, people can cycle it, run it, walk it, the whole length of the island. It's just kind of like a sponsored charity exercise event. I've done the middle to end before with my mom and it was lots of fun. It gets people out and about, and yeah, it's a very community event. People will watch it as well, sit on the side of the road and watch people going by. But you can imagine that this makes it almost impossible to get into Dockyard if you're in a vehicle. So it probably took us half an hour, 40 minutes longer than it would usually take for us to get into Dockyard, because there's multiple places where the walkers need to cross the road, or they might be blocking the road, walkers or cyclists, because they're going on the side, but there's so many of them that it just causes all the cars to basically go at a walking pace as well. So we spent a lot of time kind of crawling along, eventually made it into Dockyard. Some of our friends were doing the race too, so they came over and saw Indigo because the finish line of the end-to-end is in Dockyard. Yeah, in hindsight, maybe this weekend was not the weekend to encourage everyone to come and see Indigo because getting into Dockyard was extremely difficult. I'm starting a garden right now. That's been kind of my spring project. Like, I wanted to start a food garden. I've got some arugula, I've got some butternut squash growing, I've got lots of tomatoes, have a little bit of basil, some peppers, potatoes, and my friends have been so helpful in sharing their gardening knowledge. Yeah, my friend Sammy is a prolific gardener, really interested in agriculture, and she studied sustainable agriculture at school. And then I have another friend who is a farmer, especially for tomatoes, so he actually came over the other day and gave me a lot of advice on my tomatoes. He was basically like, oh, let me see your tomatoes before I go because, you know, I've heard so much about them. And then he got out there and he was like, okay, you need to change this. Like, you know what? It's easier if I just do it. And then there we were on his day off during the week, and he was stringing up my tomatoes and helping me get them off the ground and preserve the fruit because I've been facing a lot of issues with worms, caterpillars, eating my hard-won tomatoes. Butternut. Oh my god, wait, that's a squash, right?
Yeah.
I haven't even, wait, there's two. Well, yeah, so the squash is at the bottom of the flower. I didn't realize it would do that.
Try me out basil, girl. Up in here, dude?
But I think that they're getting eaten. Yeah, there's caterpillars on them right now.
Yeah,
but at least they're getting ripe.
Yeah, just wait for them to
So the other thing that happened before we went to Indigo this weekend was I started clearing out my books, because that's the other part of trying to move onto a boat. You have to downsize your stuff in a big way, and the more that I go onto Indigo, you know, it's extremely spacious, but the more I realize how little storage space there really is and like how much realistically I can keep on there. I have a little bit of problem with clutter and like holding on to things, but it's definitely not as bad as it used to be. And I'm a big fan of trying to simplify my life and just bringing the things that I really need and really use. I also travel a lot for work, so I've been able to get a lot of practice in paring down my things. Like, I always only bring a carry-on for work, and so yeah, I think I'm pretty good at determining what I actually need to live. I've been looking through my books and I think it's going pretty well. I have 3 stacks that are going to be given away to the barn or whoever. I have 3 stacks that I want to keep on the boat directly, and I have 4 stacks that I want to give to my dad or my mom. And some of these books are things that I think that they would legitimately enjoy, and some of them are books that I am just attached to and don't necessarily have room for them on the boat or want them immediately, but don't want them to leave my life completely. So I think we did pretty well. Last weekend I spent a significant amount of time scraping the prop. It probably took me about 2 hours, you know, I was exhausted by the end of it, and I didn't even achieve what I wanted to achieve. The prop still wasn't running efficiently at the end of all my scraping. So this week Mahoney offered to jump in, and he was like, you know, if you do it again, we're gonna be here for 2 more hours, but if I do it, I'll be finished in 20 minutes. He was not thinking of swimming before May 24th, so very thankful to him that he was able to just get in, get it done, so that we could move the boat. Ah, man, the other huge thing that happened is that my niece's dad came by and he gave me 3 solar panels. And I'm just extremely grateful for this because he's solving so many problems for me. You know, he's saving me the cost of the solar panel and also the cost of importing it, which probably would have been the cost of the solar panel again because it's so expensive to bring it to Bermuda. That was like the last remaining barrier for me to be able to move on, was get the power up and running with a solar panel. So now that problem is solved, and it's like even scarier now because it's like there's nothing blocking me from moving on. So get on with it. We still do have to fix the fridge because there's a little issue there. It has a cold plate installed, but the cold plate isn't working right now, so either gonna try and fix that or I will have to buy one of those RV fridges, which I've been told is a better option anyway because it's more efficient, but the con is that it would take up more space. So unfortunately I didn't get footage of the solar panels this time, but maybe next time. Oh my god. Also, at the start of the day, we spent a long time putting the cushion covers back on the cushions that my mom had very kindly washed, and we had painstakingly and very thoughtfully labeled each of the cushion covers and the cushions so that we could match them really easily and put them back together. This was done with a pen that was found on the boat, which we realized was not permanent, so it washed off when the cushions were washed, and we did not have that key anymore, and we spent quite a while trying to figure out which one went with which cushion and which way around and blah blah blah. So that was a fun, you know, adventure trying to figure that out, but the cushions look so much better now, and we, at the end of the day, we stripped the cushions from the V-berth and the quarter berth.
I don't think they're bad.
Then we exited the marina, had a little bit of a freak out, yes. The first thoughts in my head upon exiting the marina is, shit, maybe I should insure the boat because there's a lot of expensive boats in here, and if I hit one, it's gonna be a world of hurt on me, and I'm in control, and I'm the one who's ultimately responsible for all this, and mistakes are expensive, and it turned out to be kind of windy that day, so we went to this kind of sheltered bay near Spanish Point and picked up a mooring and then scraped the bottom. Yeah, my friends very nicely helped me. My best friend Sammy agreed to come with me in her wetsuit, which I really appreciated because if there's someone who is the most against swimming before May 24th in Bermuda, it's Sammy. You can see my friggin' goosebumps on my legs already. That's really sad. Oh, okay.
Oh, we don't even have fins either. You got a second.
No.
I don't like this reaction.
It's
Fail. I
worse
don't want to do
out
it.
here.
Okay. I feel like this is worse than the other day that I got it. I'm being a baby. Okay, get in the friggin' water.
There you go. She did it.
Holy mother of Jesus! It's fucking freezing.
Oh, come on. You got a wetsuit on.
I know, but I haven't gotten like used to it yet.
Wetsuit anyway.
How are you, Dom?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's great, right? All right, let's go. Scrape. Chop.
I look at the crab to see what a clean crab looks like.
Get that snorkel, please.
Snorkel.
It's right behind you.
What do you need a snorkel for?
Wish you had a visual down there.
How's it looking?
Lots of creepy crawlies.
Yeah.
The underwater camera doesn't work. But I think it's going amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because all my friends are here to help me.
Yeah.